Regina Sunshine, coming to you from what is always a beautiful day for me here in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, actually, I'm in Douglasville, Georgia, with the Regina Sunshine Show here every Monday from 12 noon to normally about 1:15 p.m., bringing you my version of midday motivation and helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. And yes, you may know that I sound a little different. I'm going to be honest. I had some saltine crackers with some soup the other day. And wheat, if most of y'all don't know, is a high mucus-causing agent. And it will jack you up. It will mess up your sinuses. And so, because I don't eat wheat, when I do happen to have a wheat product, it's immediate. And I mean, it's like I was eating the soup and eating the crackers, and you could feel the drain and start. So, yeah, my son said he can't feel sorry for me because I did it to myself. That ain't right. That ain't right. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. We have a great show for you today. One guest you already knew about, Sheree Knowles, is in the building. And then we have a surprise guest that I heard her amazing story as she was leaving our first show, Miss Barbara Baylor's Sunflowers in Motion live line dance show. This guest, Fia Condor, stayed behind and she was sharing her story. And I was like, I need you to stay and tell that story to the people while you're here. And so she has stayed and is going to be on with me in a little bit as well. So it's going to be a great show. Do want to give you guys a couple of announcements. But before that, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor for today's show, Miss Lanita Mitchell-Blackwell with Bold Favorite Media Group and Leading Through Living Community. You can go to leadingthroughliving.com and see everything that she has there, from publishing to coaching, to help you getting your own radio television show started. She offers a number of services. She is my personal business coach, and from the moment I met her, has supported everything that I do. So a big shout out again to Lanita Mitchell-Blackwell with Leading Through Living Community and Bold Favor Media Group. All right. I do have a couple of announcements. For those who don't know, the very first Regina Sunshine Global Network event of the year is taking place on February the 9th, 2019. We are having an event called The History of Hip Hop with Professor Griff from Public Enemy. We're going to be at the Apex Museum downtown Atlanta. We wanted to do something a little bit different from your traditional Black History event, and especially something we felt like would be able to reach young people. And what do all young people love? Music. What do all of us love? Music. So we feel like this was a way for us to bridge that gap between the old music and the old heads and the new music and the young ones. So Michelle English with Team Bride Tribe and I partnered together to bring the history of hip hop. And it's actually an interactive event. The first part we will have some, hip hop artists, some spoken word artists, some singers. So we're going to have all types of live performances. And then Professor Griff, accompanied by, I always tell people my DJ, because my DJ is better than yours. DJ Agony, award-winning DJ Agony is accompanying Professor Griff. And so it's not just him talking about the history of hip hop. It's as he's going through it, the DJ is playing a different song like every 30 seconds or so. So it's a back and forth, real different type of experience, as well as he's incorporating the audience. So if you're looking for something different, something that your young people really enjoy, and plus if you have people in your family who've never been to the Apex Museum, which was the very first Black History Museum here in Atlanta, celebrating 40 years of amazing work, Mr. Dan Moore, this would be a great time to come out, be with us, have a great time. You get to tour the museum. The entire museum will be open. And we have Kim's a la carte, an amazing caterer that's coming, and we'll be serving a whole array of vegan and other healthy eating options. And I say that because most people that follow Griff are vegans. So when he said, supposed to make sure I got something to eat, I knew what he meant, because he goes to events and people don't know he's a vegan and there's nothing there for him to eat. So we have taken care of that. So it's going to be a great night, great food, great music, spoken word, and the history of hip hop with Professor Griff from Public Enemy. You can actually go to Eventbrite and look up history of hip hop. It'll pop up and you can register there, and we're still accepting vendors as well if you want to come out and vend and be a part of something special. All right. The second project of the year, I've got several. I'm not going to talk about them today, but the second project of the year that I'm most excited about, right now we are accepting co-authors for our Awesome Girl book. We are looking for girls ages 5 to 17 that want to be a part of our first Awesome Girl collaboration book. And I announced this like a week ago. I already have 12 girls that have signed up, and we still have some open slots. And the whole purpose behind this book is for the girls to talk about why they believe they're awesome girls, and then to share 5 affirmations that help them stay encouraged or keep them inspired. And my goal is that other girls read the book and they'll find one girl, at least one girl in there, who's like them, who likes the same things they like, or has the same interest, or has the same talents and abilities. So she recognizes that she's not alone and that she's an awesome girl as well. So if you have a daughter, or someone in the community that you think should be a part of our Awesome Girl book, again, ages 5 to 17, you can email me at reginasunshinerobinson@gmail.com. That's reginasunshinerobinson@gmail.com. And we will be releasing this book on August the 24th at our 5-year anniversary of the Awesome Girl Awards. So it's going to be a great time. And I have to say this, at our 5-year anniversary, we're having the first all-girl award show. That means a girl MC, a girl DJ, everything. It's going to be bananas and amazing. I'm so excited that we can say we've been doing this project, Christine, for 5 years. It is one of the favorite things that we do every year. So get your girl on out. Even if she ends up not being a part of the book, bring her to the awards show. She'll be inspired. She'll meet a girl that looks like her, that sounds like her, and she will leave knowing that she can do anything. All right? So that, and then my last thing of the day, of course, we all know that today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There are a lot of activities going on in the city. Right now, I'm sure that Ebenezer having the normal programs they have there. And whenever this day, and not just this day, but there are certain days that allow you to have conversations with people where they're listening, because people think about certain things or do certain things on certain days. What better way to sit down, not with just yourself, with your family, and talk about ways you can serve your community for the rest of this year? Service projects, organizations, nonprofits that need your help in completing their mission to reach people everywhere. This is the perfect day to not only serve today, but to use this year to be of service to your community. Because when I think about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the thing that I think about is service and sacrifice and the willingness to do whatever you can to help others. And before Dick Gregory died, I had a chance to meet Dick Gregory and was introduced to Martin Luther King III. And it was such a powerful experience because Dick said some things to us that a lot of us never consider. He said, to us, he was a hero, and he was someone who was a leader. He said, but to these children, it was their daddy. When he said that, it hit me. He said, so, we celebrate him for all the great things he's done. He said, but you have to recognize that came at a sacrifice for him and his family. And so ever since then, when I think about that it was not just Dr. King that made the sacrifices. It was his family that made the same sacrifices because of who he was. And it is truly a family effort to get out here and make a difference in the world. So make sure you're out making a difference in the world today. All right, so I'm going to go to this first break. If the first break, we always talk about something we're thankful for. And today, I'm thankful for the continued divine connections. Now, I say that a lot, but I don't think you guys realize how important it is, the divine connections that you make. And I've said that 2019 is a year of divine connections. It's not about changing a whole lot of things you're doing if you're already operating on purpose. It's not about creating some new big projects unless God has directed you there. It's about taking the things you already have that you're working on, that you know that you were purposed to do, tweaking a few things, and then allowing God to put the people in your life. They're going to take everything to the next level. So get your stuff in order, and the divine connections are going to show up. And I got a pretty big one that's happening for me. Still not going to make the announcement, Christine, yet. But you guys stay tuned. I've been telling my team for months. Had I not, Christine, 2019 was going to be your divine connections. And on January the 10th, I got the email of a lifetime that's going to change all of our lives. And can't say anything yet. But we will be making the announcement soon. And so God is only confirming those things. It's time for us to not only get our stuff in order, but make sure we're connected to the right people, because those two things and everything changes. So I'm thankful again for divine connections. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And she said her name was Fia, but she told me to call her Fifi earlier. So I'm going to have to discuss that with her during the break. You're live with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show. Where? At Regina Sunshine Global Network. You guys, you are back live on the air with Regina Sunshine, and I have my first guest of the day, surprise guest. I always tell people, when you walk through these doors, they don't tell them what's going to happen. People have come in here and got new jobs. People have come in here and end up signing up to get their own show, which I think is going to happen to you. People have come in here and end up being a guest on the show. So when you walk through these doors, be ready for anything. But I'm so excited to introduce to you guys Miss Fia Condor. Is that right?
Yes, you did.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I always mention how I met someone. I just met you a couple, has it been an hour yet?
It's
almost 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
On Miss Barbara Baylor's show. You were here as a guest of hers. She had a show about being vegan and vegan lifestyle, and you were here for that. Had no idea that the story I would hear behind the scenes was so amazing. So do this for us. Real quick, tell the audience who you are and what you do.
Hello, audience. My name is Fia, or you can call me Fea, or Fifi, or Fee. I go by many, many different names. I am from Sierra Leone, West Africa. I was adopted in 2001, right after the Blood Diamond War, into a very affluent Johns Creek family, and no, if I had any idea that at the age of 5, that was going to be the last time I was going to see my village, my mom, my family for 18 years, I would have been like, you're lying. But that's what happened. You know, one day, small little village girl playing in the dirt. Next thing you know, I'm sitting on a big metal bird, flying to a foreign land called Atlanta, Georgia, and from there, my life has completely changed.
Wow. You know, you shared a little bit of this during the break, and I didn't even know that part. That you were 5. When you said you were adopted, I'm thinking you were like adopted from birth, but so you have memories.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
See, and that's a whole different situation to be 5 and have memories of having been there and then coming here. So you mentioned that you were adopted into a very affluent family, and during the break you told us this was a white family.
Yes, a Caucasian family. So then there was that. So it's like, okay, you're going from extreme harsh conditions right after the war, everything is displaced, your village, your country is just in total chaos, and then boom, you're entering white suburbia where it's like picket fences and fresh cut grass, you know, you're like, wait a minute, all children don't experience war? Like, that's so weird. That's really, I didn't know that, because, you know, what you perceive is your reality. So I thought war was just natural. Like everywhere children go through war, you know, they go through watching family members being taken from them and killed. So I thought that was just like, oh, that's natural. That's normal, you know, it's normal.
You're blowing my mind right now. I'm telling you, again, when you first mentioned it, I thought you were adopted from birth. So I didn't know you had these memories as well. So you were adopted. And the thing you mentioned that really stood out to me was that you never felt like you had anybody you could identify with. There wasn't anyone who looked like you.
That was very hard.
You had to grow to love who you saw in the mirror.
Yes. So that was a very hard transition growing up in a predominantly white area. Well, it was white, Asian, Indian. It was basically anything but black. So, you know, attending school and having the children make fun of my hair for it being so, you know, coily, and then me transitioning to wanting perms, you know. The complexion was never a problem. But once I started hitting puberty, I developed very rapidly, very fast. So being overly sexualized, you know, never feeling really comfortable around certain men, Caucasian men, because they would just really fixate on me in a way that wasn't comfortable, and then having their wives like look at me as a threat. But I'm in 3rd grade, and I never had that black woman to be like, no, unfortunately, this is the history. You know, this has always been the history. So really having to learn. It has been a very long journey. I'm still learning about what Fia needs to do to take care of Fia. You know, that's hard because I didn't have my mom there. You know, I went from a mother who braided my hair, who loved my hair, my color, to a mother who never touched my hair, who didn't like my color, you know, who saw me as a threat. So that was really like, whoa, like stuck in between, you know, craving that my mother's love and then being desperate for my adopted mother's love, like constantly trying to figure out, like, what can I do to show you that I'm not a threat, that I want you to be my mom, you know, what can I do to show you that, and eventually having to accept the fact that no matter what I do, you're just not going to like me. And that's okay. And that, you know, just having to accept that. Yeah.
Wow.
You know.
That raises so many questions. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, one of the first things I wonder is, did she ever even share with you why she decided to adopt you?
They said, from my perspective, what they told me was that during the war, you know, news broke out, oh, Blood Diamond War, AIDS is increasing in Africa, so they went on this website. It was first website. It's called All Is One. Okay, and then after a year after my adoption, it became an actual orphanage. And my picture was on there along with another young boy, David. So both of our pictures were on there, and they're like, these are our children. Next you know, we're getting gifts, we're getting pictures. this white people who look nothing like us, and they're like, we're your family now. And then like, just a short month later, it's like, pack up the 2 little belongings that you have. You're going to America with this other boy who's not your brother. You have 2 Caucasian sisters and a Caucasian brother. And your mother's Caucasian, your father's Caucasian, and for the next 18 years, all your friends are going to be Caucasian. You're going to grow up trying to low-key think that you're Caucasian. You're going to low-key think that I used to. Oh, my goodness.
So interesting to me. Wow, okay. So what, I'm trying to think here, time period, where were you, I guess, age-wise, when you began to realize that you needed to explore who you were for yourself?
Well, I always had the wake-up calls. The one wake-up call that really always stuck with me, I was about, let's say, 6 years old. We were in Boston visiting my dad's side of the family, and all my cousins, they wanted McDonald's, but me, I was like, I don't want McDonald's, I want this fashion book, like that's what I want, like I don't want McDonald's, and my dad was like, no, you can't have the book, and my adopted father always showed me love through materialistic things. So if he didn't buy me something materialistically, I didn't feel like he loved me. So, I started crying, and, like, causing a scene. And so he tried to take me outside to calm me down. We were sitting on a bench, and, he was trying to calm me down, just trying to talk to me to get me to calm down. And this black woman walked up, and she just looked at the situation. She was so concerned, and she's like, oh my gosh, is this little girl okay? Do we need to call the police? And my adopted father looked at her and smiled, and goes, oh no, this is my daughter, and I just stopped crying. And that was when I knew, like, oh my gosh, you guys are not my family. Like, you are not my family. Like, you are not my dad. What is wrong? Like, and that's when I started realizing, like, okay, no matter what they teach me, I have to remember that this is not my culture and this is not who I am. So I always kept that in the back of my mind. So when it got to a point when mental health started coming into play, my depression, anxiety, suicide attempts, just all the trauma from Syria and in America that I suffered too, I realized that in order to save my life, I had to go back from scratch. I had to remember the love that I received in Sierra Leone. And that was what kept me going for 18 years, was holding on to the love of my mother, the love of my family. That was what kept me going on for 18 years in this country.
Girl, it's interesting that moment you said when the black woman, I guess you encounter her, because I'm the person that's always looking for folks. I'd be like, that's your baby?
And I appreciate her, At first I was kind of like mad at her for doing that, but then the older I got, I remember like always thinking about her, like saying, God, like, thank you, understand that was when I realized I always had guardian angels. Every once in a while, I always had that one black woman or that one black male who came into my life for a short period of time, but just kind of reminded me, like, it's okay, like, you're black, it's okay, but you're going to get through this, you're going to get through this. Like, this will not be your life forever, better times are coming, but that's what always held on to the hope, was that one black woman coming into my life for 5 minutes, reminding me, like, stop getting perms in your hair, start wearing braids, and be like, oh my gosh, braids? Like my mom, she used to braid my hair. Like, I gotta find someone to braid my hair, like little things like that. Like, me, that one black woman being like, Avita, no ma'am, shea butter. Like, shea butter, baby girl. Like, no, you need to calm down. I get it. Your family's white, but Avita, you're not white. Calm down.
I love that.
Right?
Shea butter, baby.
Shea butter, baby. Like, get some shea butter.
So, at this stage in your life, how is the relationship with your adoptive family?
Well, that's the thing. There is no relationship. Unfortunately, my adoptive mother's jealousy and dislike for me really proved itself. Around September of last year, my adoptive father made a sexual advance at me right before my 23rd birthday, and it was really, so crushing because, again, all my life, I really wanted to see them as my family. I truly did, because they were the only people I had for 18 years, So, after that incident, I packed up, as much as I could, got in my car and just left because I told myself, like, no, no. You will not, you are not going to do that to me, And my adopted mother did try to warn me in 10th grade, she was like, you're trying to steal my husband from me, you've always wanted him. Ever since I guess I was 5, I've always wanted her husband, I don't know. But when that incident happened, I had no communication with them, I appreciate them for the opportunity again. This level of education wouldn't have been without them, The people that I met, how well-rounded I am, I wouldn't have learned all that staying in my village. I appreciate that, but unfortunately, no matter what they did for me, it did not equate to the abuse that they felt like, that they have inflicted in the past and they want to inflict continuously. No.
So we're on to a new season, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Living my best life, self-love, taking care of myself, understanding the greatest thing that I've learned from them is that nobody owes you anything. Whatever somebody does for you, that has to be their choice. Never feel obligated to put yourself in a predicament or to do something that you do not feel comfortable with just because somebody did something for you. If anything comes with the price, it was never in a good intention. So you do not owe anybody anything,
I love that.
So self-love is the most important thing. Black boys and girls, your skin is beautiful, your hair is beautiful, you don't have to be light-skinned, brown-skinned to be beautiful. Black comes in all different shades. God knew what he was doing, and just embrace ourselves. 2019 is the year of connections and the year of understanding who we truly are. Our ancestors did not suffer for us to bleach our skin and to want to take on the white man's way. They did not suffer through all that. That's not it. Not in 2019, no.
I see so much more for you coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your spirit is beautiful. Can y'all feel it?
Thank you.
And infectious. So yes. And you did bring your art with you, because you talked during Miss Barbara's show how art has become a way for you to express yourself.
Yes,
Talk about
art saved my life. What I learned about art is that you can speak art in any language. And through my darkest hours, through my depression when I just never felt comfortable to go to anybody, I drew. And the biggest thing is that God gave me a gift.
Everybody can see that.
And that's just my revelation of self-love. I realized that the only way we are going to get out of this predicament, melanated people, is that we have to come together. My beautiful sisters, we have to listen to our men, and my beautiful men, we have to listen to the sisters. We got unity. I truly admire growing up in a Caucasian setting is seeing that no matter what wrong they did, they stuck together. They worked it in their community. They did not broadcast it. We got to stop doing that. We have to come together because we're in danger, we're in trouble, and we will only make it if we're all together. So self-love starts first, and then everything else follows. God told me that.
I love it. Your homeland.
My homeland, yes, I went home for the first time. I arrived into Sierra Leone December 27th of last year. First time going back after 18 years. It was incredible. It was hard. It was hard because they were like, we had traditions, we had this, and I was like, ooh, I live with white people that talk the polar opposite. Low-key, there's a little bit of white girl in this house. They're like, respect my too. So I really had to humble myself, but as far as I've come, I have to come further. There's so much I have to learn about my traditions on how to properly talk and communicate, how to move and give each other time. That's one thing that I know is that my family's going to have to give me time, and I'm going to have to give them time because, again, we grew up here. One thing significant that I learned on returning back to the village is that they have no idea. They truly have no idea what African Americans, what we have gone through in the last 500 years. They have no idea. I told them, since meeting the white man, it has been 700 million of our people have been killed, and the number is unfortunately growing, so it's just patience, communication, and not assuming. Not assuming. We cannot assume, okay? We cannot assume that, oh, you're black, so you must know. No. They don't. They really don't. And being patient and, and just giving time and not taking anything personally, and not because, again, the village life is different than growing up in Western civilization. So I just patience and remembering that God gave me a second chance to come back into reality for a purpose and for a reason, and and just to be patient and to love myself first, and to understand that I am Fea, I am Fia, I am Fifi, I am Fee, I am a Black American, I'm African, I'm village, I'm Atlantean, I'm a little bit hood, I'm a white suburban girl. I am everything, and to love all of me, and to understand that without one little part, there wouldn't be me, and we all have to self-love. I'm telling you, before we can do anything, we must love ourselves first. Truly, 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 from the tip of our toes to the tip of our hair. We have to, because if you don't love yourself, nobody else will. So, love,
girl, you have blessed me.
You have blessed me. Thank you. Thank you.
I do want to ask about your trip back home. So, what family members were you able to be reunited with?
So, I met my mom again, my big brother, my big sister. I have 12 uncles. Okay, yes, I have 12 uncles. So, one thing I always, in America was like, I really want a black dad. I just want a black dad, because I realized growing up with Caucasian people is that I don't like Caucasian men. And I tried to force myself into it, but I was just like, I really want a black boy. I don't know, it's so bad. But one thing I learned was that I unfortunately do not know how to speak to black men. I don't know how to speak kind to black men because, again, I grew up with Caucasian people who taught me the way to speak to black men is not okay. I learned from them how to speak to black men, and which was 9 times out of 10, I'm very disrespectful without meaning to, and I had to check myself. So one thing I always wanted was like, God, please, I deserve to be with a strong black man, dark skin, who's gonna love me. Please teach me how to talk to them, And I went back home, and it was like, this is your uncle, this is your uncle, this is your uncle. It came down to 12 uncles. I went from never having a black father to God bless me with 12 uncles, who I cannot wait to go back upon my rivals so that they can teach me, the importance of me being a black woman, and also the importance of a black man. America, they teach us that to love a black man, he has to have a lot of money, and that is so no. I used to think that, but no. There's so much more to a black man, provider, protector, disciplining the children, and just your partner, somebody who truly understands your struggle. Either being in Africa or being in America, there is no other man on this earth who will truly understand my struggle and what it feels like to be me than a black man. So that is something that I will continuously learn, And also how to braid hair. I cannot wait to relearn that. And how to cook the food with spices, with seasoning. Because I lost a little touch with that, with the seasoning. I had a little fear of seasonings, But so I got to relearn that. But seeing my mom again, to finally see a woman who looked like me, to see somebody who, when talked to me, I didn't feel jealousy, or I didn't feel uncomfortable, or I didn't feel like I was being led astray, and to the wolves, to that feeling of having my mom just touch my hair, and just touch my skin, and just a gentle way where I didn't feel like I should be ashamed of any part of me. Please don't cry, because I would start crying, but that was the greatest gift that God can finally give me, was that to remind me that my black is just so beautiful, and it was just, I went 18 years without that, and I lost so much of myself. And with patience, again, if you don't get it right today, you have another day to try again tomorrow. I've learned to not beat myself up for it, not to be abusive to myself, and just to learn that, okay, Fia, chill, again, 18 years, okay, calm down, be nice, take 5 minutes, sit down. I know you're frustrated. You want to learn the language. You want to learn the food. You know, you want them to not see you as a foreigner, as an outsider. I know you want that so bad, you know, but it's going to take time. So time is your friend. Respect time, and time will respect you. And again, I cannot stress enough, self-love. God taught me the one thing was that I had to love myself. In order for everything to manifest, to meet you, to be able to go back home, to meet all these beautiful women in this room, was I had to love myself, because 5 years ago, I don't want to be around too many black people. They scare me. Like, I used to really think that. I used to be like, oh, like, we're all the white people. Like, I don't want to be here, you know. But now it's like, oh, there's some black people here. All right, y'all take care. Good luck with whatever you're doing. Like, I'm wishing you the best, but I'm going to go find my people, because I realize I want to be with my people. The only way I'm going to learn about who I am is to be around women who are doing it, you know. BET was my teacher for a long time, but I realized I want way more for myself than to be the stereotype of what America's portrayed as, because I realized the black women, like, whoa. You want to meet Superman? Psh, you need a black woman. You can't. You want to meet God? Nah, you good. You can just meet a black woman. Like, it's just, yes. Like, so God has blessed me immensely, you know, and I'm relearning everything, you know. I realize I have been lied to. I do still have a lot of anger that I need to resolve of all the years of just being lied to, you know. I remember this one time I was having a conversation with my adopted mother, and we're talking about slavery. And I told her, you know, I was very adamant. I was like, well, my people were not slaves. And she was very, like, adamant about being like, how do you know your people were not slaves? Like, you probably were a slave. I was like, no, my people were not a slave. You know? I was like, no. I was like, I was not a slave. And I will not let you tell me otherwise, you know. And just letting go of that anger, you know, and understanding that there's a grand purpose of why God removed me out of the village and to white suburbia. You know, so, and just being grateful for everything that they taught me. Again, there is no ill feeling, you know. I think a lot of people, when I speak about my story, they're going to be like, oh, you're hateful, you're this, you're that. And it's like, no, once you see your self-worth, you don't settle. That's right. You don't settle. Once, you know, I'm the CEO of my life. I realize that my company, me, I am very, very valuable. I'm very valuable. So why would I want to settle? Why would I want to give somebody a position that they're not deserving of, you know, that their application did not have, you know, like, no, like, I deserve more. And once you realize you deserve more, everything kind of just, all the negative stuff kind of just falls off your back, and life becomes easier, and everything makes sense, and you can get out of bed in the morning, no matter how you're feeling, you just be like, look, I got to do what I got to do. So I got to do what I got to do, because unfortunately, there's still a lot of people in my country who believe that taking handout from the white man is the only way possible for my country and Africa to succeed, and that is the biggest lie that we've ever been told, you know. I want to become a lawyer. Why? To stop international adoptions between Caucasians and adopting people like me, because it makes no sense. It makes no practical sense. After learning about our history and where we come from, it makes no sense. Like, there's my country without having them.
We're going to talk about that off air.
Okay.
Like now.
Thank you.
But do this. If someone's listening, maybe they want you to come in and talk to a group of girls or whatever. How can they follow you on social media?
My Instagram is Fifi, F-E-F-E, Condor, K-O-N-D-O-R. You can email me, fificondor2001@gmail.com. Seriously, anybody who wants to talk. I am a big supporter of teaching black boys and girls to self-love, because my level of hatred almost cost me my life. And unfortunately, there's a lot of young boys and girls that are of my complexion who do not have that strong willpower to get out of the darkness. And the suicide rate is increasing, you know. A lot of young boys and girls are just wasting their life on meaningless things and ending up in prison, ending up in predicaments that can be prevented, like we talked about. And I know I was put on this earth to prevent boys and girls who look like me, because they are me and I am them, from going down a path that for the longest time I did not want to come out of. You know, so me coming out of, you know, if you have any youth groups I can come and talk to, any volunteer work, you know, call me, text me. Seriously, I'm like, I've learned, do what you love and the money will come. Right now, I just want to speak. Anyone who will listen, I just want to speak. You know, the hardest thing is feeling like you're alone. For 18 years, I felt like I was alone. You know, I felt like there's no black people here who understand me. They don't know what it feels like. But I realized, like, no, y'all know, you know. So we got to come together as a community. So please, you know, email me, Instagram me, DM me, whatever you got to do to reach out to me. Reach out, and we'll work out our schedule so that we can make something happen, because I got it. Black girls, you guys are so beautiful. Black boys are so handsome, and we're so worthy. And melanin is amazing. Melanin is the greatest gift to Earth. So we gotta love ourselves. We just got to. We got to.
Well, I thank you so much for
you.
hanging around and sharing your story. Do you have to leave now? Can you wait a couple?
No, I can wait.
So what we're gonna do is, after our next interview, I'm gonna bring everybody back. We'll hook up the show together.
Awesome.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, Sheree Knowles will be live here on the Regina Sunshine Show with me, Regina Sunshine. Where? At Regina Sunshine Global Network. you guys? You're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here at the Regina Sunshine Show on Regina Sunshine Global Network. And we have our second guest of the day. Welcome to the show, Miss Cherie Knowles.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm already, you know, like, as they say, full.
Yes, absolutely. Me too. Me too.
So do this. Well, I always like to mention how I met someone, and we met at the Red Tie Gala. What's her name that threw it? I had it written down somewhere. They put on the gala. I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, I got the chance to meet you afterwards. A great experience. It's one of those days of true divine connections. Daryl Fletcher was here last week on the show. So yes, him and Derek Sutton. They were both here last week on the show. So look, the gala's paying off now. I'm getting guest after guest after guest here. But do this. Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. So Cherie Knowles, I am a wife and a mom of 3 amazing kids. They're grown, but I still call them my kids, right?
They're your babies.
Yes, as long as some of them are still on my payroll, they're going to still be my kids. Right. And I am the founder of 2 HR companies, actually. One is HR Knowledge Source, and we're celebrating 5 years of this existence.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then Human Capital Consultants Consortium. So what we do, we are human resources professionals, and we work with companies that either don't have HR or they have a small HR team and they need extra help. Been doing that now for 5 years with HRKS, but prior to that I was in corporate America like you, and feeling like I had not really found my purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, I love HR, but I was walking that walk, making great money, but not really living what I thought was my best life. So here I am.
So, in terms of before corporate life, what did you go to school for? What did you say? What did you think you were going to do with your life?
Okay, so initially in high school, I wanted to be an animal psychologist, and so not the kind where the cat is laying on the couch. Right? It's the kind you out in the field working with the gorillas and the apes. That kind of an animal behavioral psychologist. And the school I went to didn't offer that as a major, so I had to switch. So, ended up majoring in psychology, but the human side of psychology, and my first career was actually in case management. So I work with unwed teen mothers, did a lot of things in the nonprofit space, and decided to go into HR after that.
So that transition, you know, we always talk about that transition from being an employee to now being an entrepreneur and doing things on your own. What was it that triggered for you that this is the move I need to make?
Okay, so God, so I'm going to start with that. I was working for a company as the VP of HR. It's a $1 billion insurance company, and was making great money, but again, unhappy, right? Not feeling like I'm maximizing my value or my life. And prior to joining this company, I had gone to Birmingham. I conducted a training class for a client and thought, this is great. You know, maybe I should be a consultant. And my husband's like, are you sure? I'm like, no. So I ended up getting this corporate job. Well, I get the check from the company where I completed the training. They make this check out to Knowles Consulting. Mind you, the company doesn't exist. I can't cash it, because I don't have a bank account to cash it. And so I sit the check down, and my husband's like, call them back. I'm like, I will later, you know, later. Misplaced the check for 5 years. I'm working in this new job, misplaced the check, can't find it. So after I leave, I make the decision to leave there. I'm cleaning out a junk drawer, and like we all do, I'm praying, God, give me a sign, like, what am I supposed to do? Is now the time to go into corporate, or go back to corporate, or should I do my own thing? What do I do? Cleaning out this junk drawer, lo and behold, there's this $1,800 check from 5 years ago. I called these people, yes, with Knowles Consulting, still looks good, can't do anything with it, right? So I called the company, I'm like, you know how we say, what happened was, I explain it, they put me on hold, the woman comes back, and you hear these ladies laughing in the background. She said to me, send that check back today. My boss said we have been carrying that check on our books for 5 years, waiting for you to cash it. That's God. So that was my sign. I'm like, great, got it, thank you. I can be a little dim sometimes, but you hit me with a 2x4. So send the check back. They send it in my real name, so I can actually do something with it. And I started my company with that $1,800 check.
Wow! Wow! See, the first thing I thought when you said that was like, it's like a sign. Start your own business. Knowles Consulting. It's like you're screaming, you know, at you.
No.
So when you finally did, you stepped into this space where now you're operating as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
What are some of those early feelings or challenges that you faced as a new entrepreneur?
All right, so the first one was, how do I make money? Right? Because I'm going from getting a paycheck every 2 weeks to nothing. So what does that look like? How do I find clients? What do clients want? So all of these questions, how do I even get started, right? So those were the things I kept thinking about. And what kind of clients? What kind of service? What do I want to do? I mean, I don't even know. HR is like this big, and so how do I dice that down to something that people will buy? So that's what I was struggling with.
So was this a chance, I guess, for you to go and seek particular information, or did you seek somebody, like a coach or someone to assist you?
Yes, and yes, and yes. So I'm an avid researcher, so I'm online looking at other HR consulting companies to see what they do. I have been very, very blessed to have mentors in my life who were seasoned HR people who actually stepped out on their own years prior to me. And they're like, do this, don't do that, sell that, but don't sell that, right? And so I'm like, check, okay, I'm writing. I have a notebook like full of these interviews I conducted to figure out like who I wanted to be in this space.
I love that because so many people think they have to do it on their own. When somebody else has already been down that road, they've already walked through the minefield and maybe got blew up over here or whatever, and so they can save you that time and energy. And so what did you end up, because you say this HR is so big, how did you determine the areas that you wanted to focus in on?
So, through prayer. So the things that came to me, one, I did not want to be a solopreneur. Like, I didn't want to have a company. It was just me. God made that very clear from the beginning. Like, I'm not even going to put it in your name because I want it to be a company that can grow. So, and have other people. And so that was my first thing. The second thing is, I didn't listen to the naysayers that said, only do one thing, only do two things. We do it all.
Okay.
We do what we love, and I felt like if we do that, we can broaden our reach to clients, and we're doing what we love, so we're going to do a great job at it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, teamwork.
Yes.
What difference did it make for you and your business whenever the team began to form?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was fun and exciting. And interesting too, I'll say. And so when I say interesting, that always means a good thing. So it was interesting to learn. What I learned is that we all have to think like entrepreneurs. And so if I'm thinking like a business owner, the people in the team have to think like a business owner, not like an employee. And I didn't get that the first couple of rounds of people. And eventually, I found the people that God wanted me to have on the team, and they're all 1099 contractors, and they have their own thing, right? They're doing their own thing. They commit to HRKS. I run two companies, so I do my own thing too because we're still growing. We can't pay full salaries to everybody. But that was the first lesson for me in terms of building a team.
Because, I found that makes all the difference in the world when the right team begins to form, because that's what's happened here. There are people, and I shared it at the gala, that I thought would be with me forever. And I got a whole new team right now. But, God will send those people in His divine time to help create that space for you. But you're also a seasoned motivational speaker and coach and workshop facilitator. What are some of the topics that you are most passionate about when it comes to sharing with an audience?
So a couple of things. If I'm talking to people in a corporate environment, professionals who are working, my passion is around civility. So treating people well. HR generally gets involved with something that's like illegal or discriminatory. That's when somebody will make a complaint or bring you in. And I think getting on the front end of that makes all the difference in the world. I personally worked for a company where I went to work every day and wasn't treated in a civil manner. I didn't feel like I belonged. Right? So I want to help people think about that long before it gets to the EEOC, long before it rises to level of illegal. If it's not nice and it's rude, let's fix that.
Yes.
So very passionate about that. And for when I'm talking to people who are not in a corporate environment, my biggest thing is working with people. I've done a lot of volunteer work and had a consultant with the Urban League. People are looking for employment. And I'm super passionate about that, helping people understand how to position themselves or reposition themselves after layoff to be able to find those employment opportunities. So one easy example, if you don't mind me giving a tip.
Go ahead.
When you put your resume together, please don't put Sexy Sadie Chocolate Lady at AOL or Yahoo.com.
Yes.
Put your first name, your last name, or vice versa at gmail.com. Because when these recruiters and these recruiting search engines are looking for you, they won't be able to find you. So that's my biggest tip for the day.
I'm so glad you said that, because I think we just mentioned it, like, if it wasn't the last show, the show before that, same thing, because so many of them have these personal emails, and they want to stick it on there. No, baby, that's not good.
Too less to be stressed. I mean, all of that is great. But you need to have a professional email address so that companies can find you. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on opportunities.
Well, as you're talking, I'm even thinking about Fifi, in this new season of life, and that was one tip. Any other, quick tips you can give young people who are starting over, starting out, and they're looking for employment? Anything else you can share quickly?
I would say social media. It can be a blessing and a curse. So you want to brand yourself professionally and be very, very mindful of the things you post on your personal Facebook page, because employers will find it. I'll give you another example. I was coaching a young man, and he's big into hip-hop music, which I love, by the way. And he had posted some really negative things about non-hip-hop culture on his website. Wasn't his post, he was really just sharing it, and he was at an interview with a well-known university, one of the last 2 candidates to come through. He was in the final stages. The manager says, let me look on his social media, and found him not by his name, because on Facebook he had a different name. It found him by his cell phone number. He put that in, and all of that stuff came up, and they said to me, we don't think he's the right fit, we're going to pass.
Wow, that's real. And we hear that, but I mean, the examples help, because you tell young people that they're like, whatever. But then when you give an example like that, that makes it real. So here you are at, almost at the point where you're going to get the job, and a post, a share changes your whole life.
The whole thing.
I love that. I do. So moving forward, what are some of your dreams for your company?
Oh my goodness. So my vision is that we really grow exponentially. We're U.S. based, but I would love to be international, to just have that experience, to have our consultants have that experience, right? So my goal really is to continue to grow the business, to find additional clients with complex opportunities, and go international.
I love that, because when you go global, everything changes.
Yes.
And get ready. It's going to happen.
I believe
make sure your passport's in order, got your bag packed, so when they start calling, you hop on these planes and get up out of here. And sign up for a jet service. I tell people that. I signed up for a jet service.
Okay.
I can't afford it at the moment in the physical, but my name is on their list, and so I get all that little jet, flights and stuff. So I'm ready, right? Put yourself in that space.
That's right.
When you think about the legacy you want to leave behind, when it's all done and they look at the business you built and the service you provided, what is the legacy of Sherino?
That's a great question. And so at the end of the day, like when it's all said and done, I want employees, I want customers, clients, I want my children to say, that had some value. So she added value, and we were talking this morning about drips, right? So I want a big splash of value. I want a consistent drip of value, right? Because over time, that has the longest and most far-reaching impact. And so that's what I want people to say. She had value, whether it was in her personal life or her professional life, where over time, she just constantly added value. I can't add value unless I'm being added to, right? And so I believe that as God fills me up, my job is to go and bless other people. And so that's what I want to do.
I love that. Drips. I'm going to use that. I'm going to have to go share that. Put that in my notes. So I'm going to give Sherino's credit the first time.
Right. The second time, yours, right?
We might after that. Well, tell our audience, if someone needs your services, or they want to follow you, or they want you to come in and speak to a group, how can they contact you?
Sure. You can find me on every social media outlet you have, because I have a wonderful social media team. So it's at HRKS LLC. So you can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And that's where we do a lot of our work with our corporate clients through the LinkedIn market.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I have one more question, because so many people are active on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, and they don't think about LinkedIn. Because I'll ask someone, what's your social media, and they'll mention everything, and I'm like, you don't have a LinkedIn page, and they're like, no. what's the importance of including that social media platform as well?
So if you're looking to expand professionally, to market yourself professionally, whether you're looking for employment or not, LinkedIn is the #1 place for business professionals. And if you don't have a profile out there, you're going to be missing out on opportunity. People are searching for services, they're searching for people to connect with, and if they're doing it on LinkedIn and you don't have a presence, you're not going to be found. And so again, you're missing out on opportunity.
That was perfect. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one that, especially our younger people, don't even think about LinkedIn. And I'm like, so you're looking for what and you hadn't? So thank you so much for sharing that. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring Fia back with us, and we'll close out the show together. Awesome. You're live with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I have both of my guests back with me to close out the show. Most of you know, if you've been watching the show for a while, I like to bring my guests back so we have an opportunity to close out the show, giving our audience a word of encouragement or helping them in some way as they move forward. So my question for today is this: if there's someone watching and maybe they are thinking, I want to try something new, I want to do something new, but I'm from this neighborhood, or I look like this, or I don't have the education, or whatever. What is your word of encouragement to help them start moving forward? We'll start with you, Ms. Snow.
So I would say, think about who you want to be. You've got to really put it up here first and have it in your heart before you can step out and actually do something. So think about it, speak those words into existence. That's my strong belief. Put it on paper, say it, and then find a plan, create a plan, and move forward. You can do anything. I have changed careers 3 times, literally 3 different times. I went from being 50 pounds overweight to where I am now, running marathons. I mean, you can change if you just put your mind to it and step out there. I fully believe that.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
My best advice is you got to speak into existence like you already have it. You know, when you already see yourself in that position, then the next step is, again, do the research, do the homework. YouTube University, Google is your friend, Pinterest is there, Facebook, Instagram. You know, if you're trying to portray certain characteristics, go to certain people's pages, you know, go into search engine, be as crazy as bold as your search engine. Google is really good at helping you break it down to finding where you need to go. But most of all, understand that you deserve it. The life that you want, you deserve it. Don't just dream about it, you know. There's no time like the present, like they always say.
I love it. And that leads perfectly into my last question. All of us have certain tools that we use to stay encouraged, to stay empowered. Is there something practical that you do on a daily basis, whether it's prayer, meditation, or listening to a particular speaker, or there's a book you've read? Is there something, a tool you can give them they can go right now and incorporate it into their lives to begin encouraging themselves?
I think about how hard I've come and understand that I haven't made it this hard to just settle for what I am now, you know. And I like to listen to like our elders, Dr. Blair, Dr. Francis Wrestler, you know, Dr. Ben, Dr. Joseph. I like to listen to all of them to really learn about all the different forms of me that have come before this lifetime, and to understand that I can achieve anything, you know. And I like to surround myself with like-minded people. Yes. Always surround yourself with people who are on that path to success and greatness. They may not be there just like you, but as long as they're walking and they're moving, no matter how hard it gets, just keep walking. You know, it's always, you got to be in the right company. You know, always be in the right company.
Good stuff. I love it.
So I would say, adding to that, because that was beautiful. Yeah, you're welcome. I would say to write it down. So Scripture says, write the vision and make it plain. put it somewhere you can see it. So for me personally, I have a prayer closet, and you go in there, there's sticky notes all over the place, right? These are my affirmations. These are the things I'm believing God for. And I repeat most of them on a regular basis, right? Because I need to have that vision constantly in my head. No matter what's happening in the natural, I need to know that I've got something bigger and better that's planned for me. So that's what I do. I just write it on a sticky note and I post it up. So that's my practical tip.
Well, I thank you guys so much. And I like to do this at the end because, you know, you want to give people something that they can say, you know, I can do this right now. I can go get a piece of paper right now to read and write down a couple affirmations and begin reading them to encourage myself. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for sharing your stories and blessing our audience. This has been a good day. I'm feeling so good right now. To my audience, I leave you with the words I always leave you with. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. All right, so make sure you guys tune in. I didn't even mention the shows we got the rest of the day today. So we got at 7 o'clock, Team Bride Tribe, special edition of our Team Bride Tribe game show. Normally we would have the game show, but we actually have a panel of men coming in to tell these women why they haven't been brides already. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So you're welcome here. We actually have food on Monday night. So 7 o'clock, you can come be live in studio, but there is a catch. Women, we have agreed that we will not speak the entire time the men are sharing, because they said they already told us they're not going to listen to us no matter what we say. And we said, okay, nobody's going to speak. You will get a note card when you walk in the door. We'll write down your questions and we can ask at the end. But it's going to be a real interesting special edition of Team Bride Tribe from 7 to 8 o'clock here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And then at 9 o'clock we have The Curve, which is a roundtable women's talk show from a curvy woman's perspective. And so that will be on at 9 o'clock. So yes, definitely tune in, of course, through Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. You stream a couple different ways. But if you want to be here, you can always come here. We're at 4040 Chapel Hill Road, Sweet Tea in Douglasville, Georgia. Come on out. Cheer our guys. I'm telling you, because I've invited some guys that already aren't afraid to tell you what they think. And then we told them the women aren't going to talk. They so excited. I can't even say, they're like, really? You promise they're not going to say nothing? I'm like, they promise. So it's going to be a great show. All right. So a shout out to my sponsor, Lieutenant Mitchell Blackwell with Leading Through Living Community and Bold Favorite Media Group. Thank you so much for supporting everything that I do. That's it. I leave you guys with my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning. We're out. Thank you.